That is my job. If I were not mayor, I could stand with any party on any side of the issue that I want. Okay? As mayor, there is only one person that can try and mediate this thing. There is only one person that can hopefully try to get people to do cool heads. The only thing I know for sure now is on the 26th, I appreciate everybody's right to protest. I also appreciate that they, under federal law, have a right to ask people not to cross this area.
Take a stand then on cultural laws, please. Mahalo.
Mr. Mayor, first of all, I would like to really sincerely thank you for being here. I realize that you're under a lot of stress and pressure with this whole situation, and I would just like to share something with you. Most of the people who were in the water that night were young people. People who grew up here and who are out there because they see the only place they know is home growing so quickly and changing so much, and it is so hard, and we don't feel represented by our government. We don't feel like we have a voice, and we don't know where to turn to, and this Super Ferry is symbolic, and that's why we jumped in the water, and we will get in the water again, regardless of if they bring the seals back, regardless of if they threaten us with federal fines and imprisonment, we will get in the water again. And it's the young people. And we ask you to hear our voice.
And I believe that you can hear. Any other questions?
Brian, I got a question for you.
Yes, Jim.
My 11-year-old grandson made a conscious decision to jump into the water. And the only reason why he jumped in was he felt strongly, like this young girl, that the leadership on the island is missing. The leadership, in my eye, was in my young 11-year-old grandson, who now have to go before the court for being arrested on something that he believed in. And as much as you and I know each other, brother, there's only one thing that irritates me. You're putting on your politician hat. We need the leader here. Wait, no, my turn. The leadership stands on the will of the people. The leadership stands on the notion that the young people are trying to make a difference, and when they don't see that leadership, they act. Now, let me put this into perspective for you, Mayor. No matter what the federal government try to do in Honolulu, which they are now practicing water gun trials, they're hoping to shoot people out of the water with water guns. The fact remains is that there is a strong growing sentiment that they need to make this island, Kamehameha never conquered it, but it never had a law that Kamehameha had to follow. This island doesn't have a law. The law that you're leaning on is the law that was written by man to set up this state. As a man, I plead on you to tell you that the young people from my son's grad school, all 40 of them are going to be in the water the next time. What happens then? When does the mayor step up to the plate?
Jimmy, if in any other circumstance, if I broke the law, you would call to impeach me.
Whose law?
The law, the federal law that guides this. Now you're asking me to take a position opposing the law.
I'm telling you to consider the fact that it takes leadership to make a difference. You telling us all over here that you're in your office and working hard. We're outside looking for the results. And we don't see the result of your work. Therefore, we're all here. Now, the point that I'm trying to tell you, whether you take a position or not, you have that right in front of media to say, I don't take a position, but this island is my island as the leader of this island. And it is the will of the people that are protesting that they don't want the vote until an EIS is done. Why can't you just stand up and say, do the EIS and I'm not taking a position?
And so I've told you my position.